Come Out and Play by the Offspring. Nobody requested this one, but faithful watchers. The riff similarity with Love Buzz, those words in some order there, is what made this one pop into my head. So I've got no names to read. I will just thank the following folks for signing up for the Patreon supporter of the Cause Club: Mr. Sean McVicker, Mr. Miss or Ms. or Mrs. R.E., and Christoph Lohr. Gentlemen and or Miss, Mrs. or Ms., thank you so much for your support. And if you would like me to mess around with pronouns in your name, the link, of course, will be in the description. But hold on just a second. There is a surprising array and combination of power chords in this song, especially for an Offspring song, no offense intended. So I had to write it down to make sense of it. If you would like to, and I highly suggest it, go grab this piece of paper to follow along on my website, RyanLent.com. Show notes, but the title, of course, is in super secret backwards code, so no miscreants can horn in on our super backwards information. Come Out and Play would suggest that someone has friends, asking them to come out and play. What's a solitary animal? A platypus, and what's more, outside for animals is inside, because that's where they live. So going inside would be coming outside, and what you're looking for is, there's a platypus in my house. I suggest you drink about 9 cups of coffee before playing this song, but the first thing you have to do is, well, no caffeine necessary. But what we do want to do is kind of poorly press down on the 9th fret of the D and the G strings. Maybe do it kind of right over the bar instead of where you kind of should be, and then kind of not so hard, and just pluck those 2 strings. And that's that thing. Then you got to keep them separated, and then the guitars kick in. We want B, power chord, mind you, 2 or 3 fingers, up to you. I'm going to play all 3, so I've got E7, A9, D9. Power chords are all the same shape, so that's the last time I'm going to tell you the shape. The only thing that's going to change is where your pointer finger is, and I've put that fret and string on the tab there. So we want B on E7, D on A5, and then F sharp on E2, slide up to A on E5. While that's going on, whiny lead guitar chimes in with This Is Fun, B and E strings, 1 finger style on the 7th fret, 10th fret, down to 5. Then we have the cool riff that reminds us of Love Buzz. Put your middle finger on A2, then we're going to A3 with your ring finger, D1 with your pointer finger, D2 with your middle finger, pluck that 1 more time, and you're going to slide up to 4 and slide back down to 2, back down to 1, back to the A string, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 4, 2, 1, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2. You could do it there. I find it easier to do as the exact same shape, but starting up on the E string 6th fret, and I wrote that option on the tab. 8. What? I had B flat on the brain there. Sometimes you have B flat on the 7th fret of the E string, 7, 8 to the A string, 6, 7, 7, 9, 7, 6, 8, 7, 7, 8, 7. It's the exact same finger motion as down here, just starts on the E string, 7th fret, which is what I wrote on the tab. It's just because the frets are a little closer together there. You pick. And there is rhythm guitar in the mix during that section, so if there are 2 guitar players in your Offspring tribute band, let's say that 10 times fast, the other guy is going to go B, F sharp, A, B, F sharp, D, back and forth. That's the meanwhile section. And the verse is kind of like a hybrid of the 2 power chord parts we have learned thus far. The first half is B, F sharp, A. And the second half is just like the intro, B, B, F sharp, A. For the verse, that changes when he mentions the gangs. We're going to play E on the A string 7th fret, followed by G on the A string 10th fret. This is a classic Offspring move to play G here instead of, for instance, down here. But anyways, E on A7, G on A10, F sharp on A9, B in the regular spot, exact same arrangement of notes as A5, but it's just more convenient here. So E, G, F sharp, B, D, E, G, F sharp, B, E. Then you do one full verse progression. Bash it up is F sharp now on the 2nd fret of the E string, the low one. Talking back to me is the same as the intro, just make sure to stop on that last B. 1, 2, 3. When we get to the Don't You Pay No Mind, this is where it starts to get a little easier to do than it is to say, so I'll say it and then I'll do it, but we're going to do the riff that we've been doing the whole time twice. When he gets to you're under 18, you won't be doing any tie-im. We're going to play E on the 7th fret of the A string, and then C on the 8th fret of the E string. Back to that riff just once, but then we're going down to F sharp with a quick pass at A before we play with the stop on the B at the end. So here we go. 2 times. Under 18. 1 time. Down to F sharp, A, B riff. And the last thing to say is if you're looking at the tab where I wrote high octave question mark, it definitely happens. The question is it alone or is it in conjunction with the low F sharp? So you can decide for yourself which one you want to do. But F sharp, of course, is on the A string 9th fret, and A is also on the A string 12th fret. Listen for it in this spot. It's there during this part. So instead of F sharp, A, F sharp, we can go F sharp, A, F sharp all together. So you choose. And those are all the pieces for There's a Platypus in My House by The Offspring. Drink your 9 cups of coffee. Good luck with this one. I hope that was fun and helpful. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye.